Gaming, part 20. Fuck, I don't remember. We're up there. We're playing Final Fantasy XII. God, is it 25 or 24? Nah, I gotta go look because it's gonna drive me nuts. Nah, it can't be 35. I think it's 24. Anyway, there you have it. Part 24 is, I think it's officially the longest running series I have.
21.
I mean, that won't be for long because we're going to be, we'll be returning to, Dark Souls at some point. It'll be amazing.
And then we'll get our ass.
Oh, God. Well, I'm pretty sure we're almost at the end of the game. I just gotta fight. What the hell do I have to fight?
We gotta go through all the DLCs, too.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, we didn't do that. And I was in the middle of doing something. I think I just killed that lady, and then that's where we stopped playing. Yeah, that's right, because you had to reformat your hard drive.
Yeah.
That sucks. Alright, my videos. Part 28. Holy shit. Yeah, so this is 100%. Yeah, it's the longest running series I have yet. Dark Souls only made it to 24. Oh, there's a bit of a gap. So from the last time I played, I didn't go that far. I thought I was just building levels, and then I somehow ended up here.
Yep.
I'm making my way to Arcadia, like I'm supposed to. So I guess I'll just mess around. I'm not really spending a lot of time here. There's nothing to do here. I'm gonna kill a bunch of stuff, get everything I need for the clan primer, and then move on. Bless you.
I still haven't finished that game.
Really?
Yeah, I'm basically at the end. I could go through and beat the shit out of it easily, because fucking all my dudes are over level. Like they suggest, if you want to maintain a challenge for the end of the game, like beat it around like 55 to 60.
Oh no, I just want to rape it like I do with every Final Fantasy.
Yeah, my main party is like fucking 86 now.
Like, that's always been my thing. See, ever since I can remember, like, I would spend, wait until one day we will play 6, and I will stream it. And everyone will get to see the wonder of me individually raising every one of them characters to 99. It takes forever. It's so bad. Oh my god, we have so much stuff we have to kill here. This is ridiculous. Alright. So we're going to hang out here, folks, until we kill everything that we need to kill. And Van stops being a bitch.
Stop being a bitch, man.
Van, you really need to
Not
stop
even the
being a
main
bitch.
character.
You're not. He's like the supporting character that we all love. Kind of like Arn, where he was so much cooler than Titus, or Titus, whatever the fuck his stupid ass name is.
Yeah, we have to pronounce it Titus. That's apparently the correct way.
Listen,
I don't know
folks,
why.
you guys need to understand that before the age of the internet, unless they pronounce their names in front of us, we can just call them whatever the fuck we wanted.
The English language dictates that it would be Titus. You don't pronounce T-I with a T-E.
Apparently, the Japanese don't give a shit about what the English language says.
I don't care about Japan.
Whoa! I don't know, I'm a big fan of Japan.
I too am a big fan of Japan, but don't tell me how to pronounce things.
Fair enough.
Keep making good video. Actually, go back to making good video
Yeah, I was just gonna
games.
say.
We won't drop bombs on you.
Oh my god. Japan's problem is, I do not endorse anything he's saying. Japan's problem is that someone just canceled. They don't want to make what we want. They want to tell us what we want. Nintendo's been doing it for a million years, and it works for Nintendo at least. But like some of these other companies, they're like they refuse to change with the times. They just don't want to.
That's fine.
Well, I know.
I don't want them to change.
I mean, I kind of do though. I mean, I want no. I don't mean like change with the times as in like, oh, why am I fighting these fat guys? I don't want them to change. What's wrong with... Oh, God. Van's Berserk. I don't want them to change in terms of, like, making old school, like Japan video games. They're distinctly different than American-made ones. I don't want that to stop. But the problem is that some companies feel that the only way to, I guess, move forward is to start doing their own thing or be more like American companies. And I feel it's a mistake.
To my Western sensibility. If I want to play a fucking Western game, I'll just play that.
Yeah. I completely agree. Wait a second. Jay, how do you get rid of Berserk?
It will go away over time. Or you can use Suna, I believe. Or, if somebody has Remedy lore, like a high Remedy lore, you can use a Remedy to get rid of it.
Let me throw a Remedy at it. Not him.
Yeah.
Like Van, he's got Remedy Lore 3, so he could basically get rid of every status with a Remedy.
Alright, well apparently my Van does not have Remedy Lore. Or nobody who's currently in has Remedy Lore. He's not attacking any of his teammates, he's just standing there mad.
Yeah, they do that.
Alright. We'll just stay
The
here and
best
be
is
mad.
when they get confused and berserk, and then they kill everybody and then kill themselves.
That's kind of funny.
I was leveling up Fran, and she started at level 11, and I kind of just like went to this super high area. 'Cause I was like, I don't want to do this forever, so I'm just gonna level it up real quick. And she got berserked, and she got confused, and she started attacking Ash. And Ash just like blocked every one of her attacks and was like, "Come on, stop being dumb."
I have to assume she did not stop being dumb.
No, she didn't.
She's like, listen, I'm gonna be even dumber.
I'm gonna continue to be dumb. She's got a fuck ton of HP though.
Who, Fran?
Yeah.
Yeah. My Fran does not have a fuck ton of HP in the least bit. Does anybody else have Poach? I feel that... Who else has Poach? He has Poach. Does she have Poach? You know, Pinello should not be using Poach, because it's Pinello.
Penelo's not even supposed to be in that game.
No?
No.
Why not?
Her and Van were added in at the end of development because the heads of Square didn't think that Bosch would be a suitable main character for the game. They needed someone younger and more relatable. So they added Van and Pinello into the game.
See, this is the problem. I'm calling you right out now, Square. Bosch would have been a great main character. When was the last time you got to play an old haggard dude in an RPG as a main character? He's not even that old, being like an older guy. You know, God, that I think would have been a really interesting story.
Kane, or not Kane, Cecil.
Was he old though? I gotta look for a picture of him.
There.
Well, he was an established warrior, so we know that.
Yeah.
I want to play 4 too. God damn it. They really need to release these fucking games again on mono console.
6 is Terra, 7's fuck, who's the main character? 7's Cloud. 8 is Squall, 9's Zidane, 10 is Titus. 11 was an MMO, so nobody cares about that game. 12 was Van. 13 was Lightning. Who's older, but is a chick.
That's when he was a paladin. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's an older guy. Not Bosch old. Bosch is definitely older than him, but
yeah,
100% he is an older guy. I don't know why they would not keep that.
14's an MMO. 15 is a bunch of fucking teenage fucking dirtbags.
Whatever, you had good things to say about 15. What, now you don't like it?
No, 15's a good game, but, you know, that's just how I describe the character.
Like, they just came off as dumb kids to me, which, I'm fine with. I like the direction they took where it was all about, wow, this bow is stupid huge. I like the direction of, like, like brotherly camaraderie and stuff like that. It's something different. It's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really neat.
You really need to play that game.
I do. I know I do. I just gotta wait. I want the full experience when I go in for that. Yeah, I feel that. I feel I need the complete 100% full experience. I'm trying to get this fucking bird, and he keeps running from me. Get over here. Oh, now all of them are attacking me. All the birds. I really want to play 6 again. I even bought it in Super Nintendo because I've been itching to play it.
Yeah.
It's been a long fucking time since I played it.
I was looking at capture cards. And A, I don't really know what the fuck I'm looking for, and B, they're like $100.
Yeah, I mean, I plan on getting a new computer, and then, I mean, it's not going to be a top-of-the-line machine, but it could be good enough that I could put a capture card on it.
You don't even really need anything great for a capture card.
No, I just need something that works.
Yeah. I have a broke-ass Alienware laptop you can have if you can fix it.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think I know someone who could fix it.
I don't know what's wrong with it. There was beer spilled on it.
Does it still turn on?
No.
Then probably it's bricked.
It turned on for a while after there was beer spilled on it, but then one day it just didn't turn on anymore. And it was like maybe 2 or 3 months after the beer was spilled on.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't spill the beer on it.
You're like, I have to clarify.
Yeah, I feel like people out there need to know it wasn't me who spilled the beer on it. Because there could be a person that watches this video at some point and it's like, this fucking fat piece of shit. No, it wasn't this fat piece of shit.
You're like, I didn't do it, god damn it. Oh, that's another thing I want to ask you. How long should each episode be? I've noticed, like, because it ranges a lot for everyone.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell what works and what doesn't. I was thinking of maybe pushing it back to either half an hour or 45 minutes, because I've been doing an hour.
I just try to keep it an hour. Sometimes I go over, obviously, because I'm not paying the fucking attention. Sometimes I go under. Like, if I'm at a weird spot in a game where, like, nothing's really happening, I'll just stop it, and then start a new one. But there are times, like, where, especially with, like, Final Fantasies, where, like, you get to, like, a series of fucking cutscenes, and you just, like, you hit your hour, and you're like, alright, well, I can't, you know, stop it now.
Yeah, you can't stop it now. You have to keep going.
And that's usually, like when I'll go over, because, like, I'll forget that you know, it's been an hour, and I'll keep playing after the cutscene.
So I gotta get the timer so I can put it down so I can keep an eye on the time. I just want... See, what I'm thinking is... try to end the episodes at 45 minutes. If it goes over, I'm okay with it, up to an hour. Yeah. You know, because unless you're playing, like, Metal Gear Solid, you know, there's not too many cutscenes that go over 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, like I said, unless you're playing Metal Gear, then you have a cutscene that could be, like, 4 hours long. You know, whatever. But this motherfucker's healing. How? Oh, that was a hunt. I wasn't even aware of it.
Yeah.
I was like, this monster's really hard.
I missed that point. And I'm gonna start playing Diablo 3. I should have just bought the Necromancer pack.
Oh, it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I had fun playing Diablo, but God, I don't... That's a lot for a stupid-ass Necromancer. And I heard it wasn't even...
There's weird hints now in Diablo 3 on loading screens that talk about druids.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if they were there before, and I just didn't notice them because I'm dumb. Or if it was something that, you know, they added with, like, the Necromancer update. And maybe they're thinking about putting in the druid, which would be cool, I guess.
It's really strange they've been supporting this game for this fucking long. Like, that's not... It's not normal.
They just hired a whole bunch of people.
Why don't they make an expansion and not just these weird things on the side. Not that I don't mind, but like I like grinding, but I get bored. I get bored playing Diablo because I don't like doing the same thing over and over again. Like I tried playing with my buddy, and it's literally them just doing the same stages over and over, just trying to get that like one rare drop, and like that's not interesting to me.
They keep adding things to the game, like the end though. So like now, people seem to be trying to get past Greater Rift level 70. And when you do that, it unlocks an item type called Primal Ancient. And when you get a Primal Ancient drop, it always drops with the best stat rolls you can get on that particular item.
That actually sounds interesting. I do plan on playing Diablo again. I mean, let's be real. I'm going to play it again. When, I don't know. Probably when I feel that there's enough there for me to be like, okay, let's, get another game in there. Only because, like, I don't know. I don't want to get into it without feeling like there's enough for me to go and play it. Because I got this, and then when I'm finished this, like I said, we gotta do Dark Souls.
Yeah. I'm playing it right now because I like Seasons. I'm glad that they brought Seasons over to like consoles finally.
Yeah, well that is really neat.
And this one, like the first one, Season 10 was cool. It had a couple interesting transmods you could get. But this one, like, here, let me, I got, where's mine? I'm gonna take a series of screenshots, so.
Fortunately, folks, I can't show you the screenshots.
You sure can't. Suck a dick!
Whoop.
So, the first one is a portrait frame I got for Season 10. And then the second one is 2 of the rewards you can get from Season 11.
God, that ringtone sucks. Alright, I hear you. I'm already not happy with it. I gotta change it.
Pay attention!
I took it off my phone because it would go off at like all sorts of hours. Someone said this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their ringtone's terrible. Let's see what we got. Oh, I'm good with that. Yeah. I already got that one.
Oh, and I had my Mimic Pet equipped.
There you go. This is what I usually use. The old.
I don't know what that is.
You don't remember that? That's the old school PlayStation. Like that would be at the end of the old school PlayStation commercials.
It was like super sped up. That was when you first turned on the PSX.
Yep. I missed that. I definitely miss the old days of gaming. I mean, I love these new games, but like, I miss... Oh yeah, look at that. I miss a lot of stuff that's not around anymore. Oh wow.
This pet from Season 11, the Chinese dragon.
Yeah, that's neat.
I feel like the bubble is slowly bursting.
Something's going on with gaming. I don't know if it's another crash or something. People are still playing them, but the problem is that what they're releasing, it's just not. It's not great.
Yeah. I'm sure there's 100 people or more out there.
mean, they're still great games. Don't get me wrong, they're out there. I know, I've seen them.
There's interesting games that are coming out, but it's not like the last 2 or 3 years where I watched E3 and I was like, oh my god, this game is awesome. Oh my god, this game is awesome.
Yeah, well,
like every game is fantastic.
That's what I was saying. Like E3's changed. It's not. It's you know what, E3 kind of going through the same thing the Comic-Con has gone through, where it's so overbloated and just weighed down with like mediocrity.
Yeah.
And like my one buddy went, like, if I would go to Comic-Con, I would go there to, you know, see the comics and stuff, and like the cool costumes and all the cool wares and stuff. Instead, my buddy waited in line for 30 hours to go into Hall H so he could see, you know, the cast from the Avengers, and that's cool and everything. It is, but like, you just wasted 2 days or a day and a half, you know, just to see a couple panels, and that I don't know. It's I guess it depends what you're into. But like, same thing with E3. Like it's a lot of it's like a love affair between, you know, the media and like, you know, these gaming companies, where it's just them patting each other on the back. I don't think E3's been for the fans for at least 5 years. Where like, because I remember like there was a time where E3, like, something awesome would always happen on an E3. You'd be like, what? Like a game would just come out, even if it was like a sneak peek to a game that you wouldn't see for like 5-10 years down the line. It was still exciting. Like, oh, you know, but you don't get a lot of moments like that. Last one we had was with Final Fantasy VII. You know, and that was like, what, 3 years ago? 2 years? 3 years?
2 or 3.
You know, and they just started working on it now.
There were a couple moments from this year's E3 where I was like, alright, this game looks great. Like the Spider-Man reveal, that game looks fantastic.
I can't get into Spider-Man. I gotta check out the game, see what it looks like.
That Destiny looking-ish game that I can't remember the name of. But that looks like a lot of fun. I guess maybe God of War.
I have no interest in God. I never had any. Maybe it's just not my bag, but I don't see anything. I don't care. Oh my God, I just don't. I want to. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know what it is. I never.
No, I didn't really.
And I tried playing it, got before it, and especially if you played Lords of Shadow, you played God of War. It's the same game, really. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. It's the same as Gears of War. I remember playing the first Gears, played through the whole damn thing, but like, that's another thing. Like, you get them overly hyped games, and then like, and you finish them, and it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And even if they make good ones afterwards in the series, like, it's just still a bitter pill, and I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to me with Assassin's Creed and Gears of War. I got the first Assassin's Creed, and the entire game, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know, I couldn't get into it. And they're like, the second one was amazing.
The franchise based on the first one. And absolutely.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but I've noticed, like, and I've said before, like, I felt for a while there they were jumping the shark because they were just doing every single thing they possibly can. But from what I hear, that this new one's supposed to be more of a step back to what, like, you know, what they felt was important, or like the core bits of the series.
The new one looks like it has more RPG elements.
Yeah, that might be fun.
Straight up action adventure. Like it's got bubbles in the skill tree, and the stuff, like the weapons and stuff you use are like all random gen.
Alright, do you
so like
remember?
Kind of getting it. What's up?
I was gonna say, do you remember when Square Enix, well, it was even before Enix bought them out, it was when Square would have an E3 like thing, and see, this is before, or like the very beginning of when they were, you know.
Nope.
Oh, so you don't remember?
Yeah. I didn't really get into paying attention to E3 until like the Xbox 360 days.
See, I did way back in a day, and I just over time, I guess I got disheartened, like with like just I don't know. I didn't like how it changed, and it just didn't feel magical anymore. But there was a time where Square would come out, and it was like they were giving you permission to get excited, and they would be like, "Oh, get excited," and you'd be like, "Oh," because that meant like, you know, a Square game was coming out, and you know, our faces would melt off like Indiana Jones style. I mean, it was weird, but like, I don't know. I just remember everything being so much more exciting and being let down a lot less. Like, they wouldn't bother showing you something. A game company wouldn't bother showing you something if they didn't think it would melt your face. And I just feel like now they just want to get it in there, so that way you
know about it. Like, you need to know about the thing.
And it's like, oh, you know, I know now. Great, you know.
Even if it's not like even remotely close to being worked on, you need to know about it.
Yeah, like, isn't that? I don't know. I want. And the same thing with the Final Fantasy VII. You know, they waited until like a couple years ago to show us that they were doing the remake, but like that was just all. That wasn't even like the game. That was just. I mean, it was, but it was more like a demo of what it's going to be like. Yeah. Like, they only did like a little bit of work just to do that little bit of work to show everybody and be like, hey, look, this is coming. You guys been wanting this. You know, get excited.
Here's the thing.
But I mean, I don't know.
It's still in conceptual phases, except for this fucking 30-second teaser trailer.
But that's what it was. I mean, that's exactly what it was. It was. Yep. You know, we have an idea. You guys been crying about this for 1,000 years. I don't know why. Let's make it happen. I mean, listen. You've probably heard me say this 1,000 times. I like Final Fantasy VII. I had really good memories of it. I remember being super excited about it. I know for a lot of people, this was their first RPG or introduction to the series. I mean, I was playing before, so this wasn't. But like, I remember being super excited when I seen that commercial. Oh my god, it was fucking amazing. However, as the years went on and I played other Final Fantasies, I was able to look back and be like, I like that game. It was good, but it's not Final Fantasy VI good. It's not Final Fantasy IV good. It's those games. You know, what the fuck?
It has all the right bits.
It does.
But it just doesn't quite execute them as well as other games in the series do.
Not only that, but the story felt a little weak, as with the characters didn't feel... I didn't like them as much as I liked some other characters. Like, some of them I do. I loved Barrett, you know, and he had a lot of character to him. I didn't like Cloud. I still don't like Cloud. I never really understood the whole Ares thing. I always felt like she wasn't in the game long enough for me to care when she... Like, I was surprised when she died. I was like, holy shit. You know, but I never felt that I was like... I never felt that she was in it enough for me to be that blown away.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. I'll never say it's not a good game. It's just not my favorite.
Here's why I was sad about Ares dying. She was a really good healer.
Oh my god, I had her so pumped up to be my healer, and when it's basically upset because my really good healer died.
Fuck. Who am I gonna get to heal now? Well, alright, Tifa.
Yeah. Yeah, because not only that, but like she was all built up. Like, I don't know. Great game, very surprising. The death was like, wow. I didn't see it coming. But and I know for a lot of people that's the first time they saw like real death in a game, and like I get it. Gen, it's not even Gen X. It's who the hell are they? The millennials. I get it. Why this is like their favorite. I get it. But
there are certain things about that game that like you can't deny though. Like whenever you hear that that opening music.
Oh, it was amazing. And the fucking going to the gold, what was it, the golden saucer?
Yeah.
The music is still like I can still hear it. Like and not only that, but it was a beautiful game. Well, at least
that it was 13, 14, 15 years ago.
Yeah, but like I could still see. I think some people have. I know my mother has this problem where she can't see the beauty of an older game. She's like, "Oh, it's old now. I don't want to play it." All right, I guess.
Can see the beauty.
That's true. But I think it comes down to like if you've lived through it, you can kind of put yourself back in that time and play it. But like some things age so poorly where it's just hard. Like I can't play it now because it looks really bad.
Like when it first came out, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is the best looking shit I've ever seen."
Oh, I know.
How can anything
looks like
ever
trash
get any
now.
better looking than this?
The backgrounds look good. But like the sprites, the battle sprites look nice, but like everything else looks like junk. Let's be honest, it does.
Fuck, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on this fucking game. This is like one of my favorite fucking RPGs of all time. Legend of Mana?
Yes.
When that came out on PlayStation, holy shit, and the fucking, all the backgrounds are fucking...
watercolor.
Yeah.
That game still looks good though.
Yeah.
I think that's the... But that game used sprites, or like it didn't use the same models that Final Fantasy used. That they stayed with more traditional, old school, but like they added their own flair to it. And yeah, that was. See, I think somewhere. I'm sure people are gonna disagree because that's what people do. I'm sure somewhere along the line, I remember where everyone decided 3D is the only way to go. But, I think now you see a lot of games not being 3D because a lot of people realize, like, it doesn't have to be, and it can still be great. It could be 8 fucking bits, and the game could still be great if it's done right. And I think we missed that whole line of thinking somewhere around the PS1, PS2 era, and then ever since then, it's just been kind of... the same old. Like, Legend of Mana is a game you can go back and play now, and it still looks good, and it's still a fun game, it's still a good story. Like, I implore any fan of RPGs to go back and try Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy VI, or 3 and 2, as they were known on the Super Nintendo. They are fantastic games. You will not play anything better. And if you're looking through it, if you're looking at it the right way, and pixel art does age phenomenally well, for some reason, as opposed to like junky polygons that we saw in the early PS1 days. I think because I just seen a video of a YouTuber who swore up and down his favorite Final Fantasy was 7. Another millennial. And he's completely smitten with the game, and somebody ended up managing to convince him to go and fucking just go for it and try Final Fantasy VI, and he completely changed his mind. He's like, yep, 6 is now my favorite. He's like, no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, he completely fell in love with it, and you know what it was? Is because he looked at it, he looked at it in a way that he was like, listen, I know this is an older game, but it still looks good, and it still plays good, even though it's a little silly. It's not always serious. Like, I think it did everything. I mean, you know what? Final Fantasy VII did that too really, really well. Like the not taking itself completely serious. I just think the characters were so much better.
Like, if your main complaint about not liking 6 is that the game doesn't take itself too seriously, it doesn't take itself seriously enough, but your favorite game is Final Fantasy VII, where you literally, there's literally a transvestite scene in the fucking game.
I know.
You stop talking. You're dumb. You're a dumb person. But if there's people out there whose favorite game is Final Fantasy VII, and they haven't played 6, like, you need to play 6. You need to go back and play the older game.
You really do. You can't call yourself a fan if you're not playing these games.
It's not even that you can call yourself a fan, but like, if you're gonna make a conscious decision to not go back and experience the other games in the series. Well, I didn't like any of the other games until 7 came out. How many of them did you play? If you played like 3 and you only played it for like 10 minutes, and you're like, this is dumb. Like, your opinion doesn't really mean shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to 100% agree there. If you're gonna call yourself a fan of the series, you need to play all the games in the series. And then you want to form an opinion and be like, listen, I love 7 because of this reason, and I love 9 because of this reason, I love 13 because of this reason. Fine. I know no one does. Well, some people like it. But I feel that you have to play those other games in the series before you can have a tangible.
How about some of this?
Because when it comes down to it, if you haven't played those other games and you're just like, oh, I played it and I love it, you know, it's the first one I played and that's why I love it. That's fine. But like, it's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a cop-out reason of why you like something because it's the first one you played. If that's the case, then fucking Highlight's my favorite RPG because that's the first one I played.
I got it.
Highlight. Go play that. Go look it up and play it on your emulator, and you tell me, you know, should I have fond memories for that game? Actually, watch your AVG episodes on Highlight, and you'll get a good idea of what that game was all about. It actually came out before Legend of Zelda. And it was... Technically, it came out before Legend of Zelda. It was the first of that type, and then Legend of Zelda came out, and they were like, no, that's the first of its type. Huge inaccuracy. But whatever. I'm just saying, like, it's a lame-o thing to do is say, I love this game because it's the first one I played. It's corny. Let's, you know, try these other games, man. Do yourself a favor. You don't even have to take it from me. You know, do yourself a favor. Play them games. Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 6, Chrono Trigger, which has aged phenomenally well. Some of the Dragon.
Why is that game not getting a fucking remake? They should remake Chrono Trigger and bundle it with a remake of Chrono Cross. Because I feel like Chrono Cross was a game that went way under the radar and didn't get didn't get the respect it deserved. Chrono Cross was a good game. Shut your whore mouth.
I'm sorry. Man, how do I? It was a good RPG, but it didn't feel like a Chrono Trigger game. Do you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't.
But I mean, like, it was supposed to be a part of that series, but it didn't feel like it was a part of that series.
It has as much in common with Chrono Trigger as Final Fantasy 1 does with Final Fantasy X.
You mean like nothing?
Yeah.
But the thing is Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross was supposed to be a sequel of sorts.
No, but it's not a direct sequel.
Yeah, but it's still in the same world, and I don't know. That game I struggle with, only because I see, like, all right, for instance, Final Fantasy XII takes place in the same world as Final Fantasy Tactics, but I can that these games are related, and the games related, even though they play. Still, everything feels like it's just Rabbit Astar. It all feels like that's what it is. Chrono Cross does not feel like that world that I played in Chrono Trigger. Very different. Yeah, it doesn't feel that it doesn't have that same feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not a bad game. I enjoyed it. It's just I didn't enjoy it. I mean, I have like a billion RPGs ahead of it. And I like games like Legend of Laguna. Do you remember that game?
Legend of Dragoon?
Yeah. Good game.
Yeah.
Silver Star Story.
I didn't finish Legend of Dragoon.
I did. It got hard.
Silver Star Story I played. Luna
yep.
too.
Oh, I love Lunar. I miss it. That's another game like why aren't we talking about that anymore? Like what happened?
Star Ocean?
Star Ocean's another good one, but like the newer ones aren't that great.
I haven't played the newer one. The last one I played was on the PS2.
Yeah, same here. Like they've struggled. They struggled to find a they struggled. I think I don't know what's going on with them anymore. But like I don't know. I just feel like I get like remakes. I'm okay with remakes. I like remakes. But I think a part of the problem is when you remake the game, you have a decision to make, right? Like here, I'll throw it to you, and I want to see what your decision would be. This is a good way to see the problem of remakes. If you were going to remake Chrono Trigger, tell me how you would do it.
I wouldn't do anything.
What do you mean?
I'd put it on a disc and be like, here, play this game.
See? That's the thing. See, that's not a remake. Like a remaster, for instance, would be just grabbing it, maybe cleaning some stuff up, and tossing up, the same exact game onto a disc. Whammo, bammo, done. But we're talking about.
What do you do to Chrono Trigger?
You can't do it. Well, nothing really. Honestly, there's nothing you can. But that's the thing. It's like, why does everybody want 7 remade? Is it because it looks like Dookie now?
Yeah, but Chrono Trigger doesn't look like Dookie.
No, I know it doesn't. But no one's playing it because no one unless you have the cart, you're not playing it. So why don't they and again, this comes down to Square, and Square, apparently like to drop the ball on everything because they're just like one of the dumbest companies in existence. Like why aren't they just tossing Chrono Trigger onto a disc and say, here you go, and then, charge us for it? Because guess what? We would buy it.
I don't know.
How hard could it possibly be to do a good port of the game and to slap it on a disc? It's stuff like that. Alright, so what would you do differently with Final Fantasy VII?
Nothing.
So, if you were going to release it, would you do a remake, or would you do a remaster?
Actually, I would.
I want to hear what you have to say. Actually, you know what? Let me end this episode, and we'll start the next episode, and we'll get more into that.